once you see these red flags, just jackpot for your life, because boys like this are wicked. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, I'm Jane and welcome to my space. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to me yet, please subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video at the end of it, and please leave a comment. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my worst dating experience. While I'm going to be giving you guys this story time, I'm going to beat my face, show you guys how I achieved this look and all that. This is not a makeup tutorial whatsoever, and if you're looking forward for a makeup tutorial, please exit, because this is not the channel. Okay, my makeup is pretty ghetto. I always say this every time. Start this get ready with me. I would like to moisturize my face first and draw my brows off camera, and this is because I'm not good at drawing my brows so well. My brows and I fight every time that I have to do my makeup. Anyways, I'm glad that I'm filming this video today because I think it's been longing for a while and I needed to just get it off the way. I'm going to actually name this guy Edwin, just so you guys don't know who I'm talking about. I think I started talking to him on Facebook around 2017, and when we were talking, I think at that point I was in a certain relationship, so I wasn't giving full attention to him. I wouldn't reply. I would reply like one note, more like if he asked me how are you, I'll say fine, thanks, and you. Like, I wasn't willing to start off a conversation with this dude. And then, like, one day I was at a party, I was in his city, and then he saw me but I didn't see him, and he messaged me I think the following day or so. I was like, oh, were you the one I saw last night? This is what you were wearing. And I was like, wow, oh yeah, that was me. If that's what you said I was wearing, then yeah, that's what I wore last night. And I was at the venue, I was at the party. He was like, wow, you look so good, you look better in real life. I was like, oh, thank you. My relationship ended in 2018, but I still didn't like give him attention whatsoever. And then that was when he now met me at the party in 2019. So he saw me at the party in 2019 and he was like, wow, this is you, texted me and all, and I was like, oh, why did you come say hi and all? He was like, I looked mean. I'm like, that's what everybody says, that I look mean, but when they come closer they get to realize I'm actually not a mean person. So I didn't really blame him, for thinking like I would probably like not talk to him. Fast forward to 2020. At the beginning of 2020, what even happened? I was in his city for something, and there was a meeting being held on that day. He kind of, I don't know how, but he got into the conversation, and we met like personally this time, and he shared some really cute ideas with me. At first, when I was talking to him, I didn't know he was the guy from Facebook. I never thought he was the guy from Facebook. If anybody had told me, nah. But his face kept looking familiar to me. I was like, no, I've seen this guy somewhere, or I know this guy somewhere. I don't know where, I don't know how, but I know that I have seen this guy somewhere. So I quickly went on Facebook. I was like, could it be this guy? And then I checked out his profile, and I was like, wow, is this guy that I've been talking to for years that I've never seen? Mind you, our conversation is never deep. It's always, hi, how are you? More like he's trying to get my attention, but I never really give him that full response that he's expecting. But he really smiled at me, like really cute smile. Mind you, he's very cute, tall, handsome, speaks really well. We got talking on Facebook and he was like, oh, I would like to see you. Sadly, I was leaving like 2 days later, and the day before that was going to be a very hectic day for me, so I couldn't meet up with him and that's like probably the third time or fourth time that I have been in the city and we couldn't have like a personal date or something. Lockdown happened, so I went back to my city. Then I was still in Cebu City. I started giving him more attention because I had met him in person and I loved how he spoke to me, and his courage and all that. I was like, wow, this guy isn't bad at all. At that point, I wasn't looking for anything. I was just looking for a very, very cool friendship because I had just got out of a relationship that just ended badly. It was more like using him as a rebound, my bad. I was giving him all the attention, like he would call me, we would talk for long hours, which is one red flag, guys. Let me tell you, I think I should do a video on red flags. A guy that talks to you 24/7, nah, don't even think of considering him. So which was one red flag that I didn't realize. I was like, why is this guy, like, is he jobless? Like, is it that he doesn't have what he's doing? We talk all the time, we keep up with each other. I don't even feel like, oh, he's not with me, because we're always texting, oh, I'm about to do this is my itinerary for the day, I'll be itinerary for the day. I really enjoyed it, like, while it lasted and all, until I realized that this same dude was texting my friends. So normally I'm the social type among my friends, and most time when someone texts them or they get new friends, they're like, Jay, do you know this person? Just to be on the safe side. So I was like, oh yeah, I know. I met him in February and they asked me that question around July or so. So to tell you that we had a long talk already. And I was like, yeah, I know him. Like, I had to tell my friends, yeah, we're talking, and all that. By this time, before my friend even came to me, I was actually second guessing if I'm right. I was already having doubts about him, like, I'm not really feeling this guy anymore. At first I was, but I wasn't feeling him anymore. I didn't want to have anything to do with him. Reasons best known to me because of certain private things that he told me about himself. I'm not trying to judge him, but that kind of put me off. I wasn't considering, continuing the conversation again. So I started dropping it gradually, whereby he would text me, I wouldn't reply for like a day. That's just one way on how I cancel people gradually. Like, if I can't tell you, oh, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, or I don't want to talk to you anymore. So that was our situation. We stopped talking basically because I felt like you can't be talking to my friends and be talking to me as well, coupled with other private matters. But towards the end of 2020, in October, sadly I lost my brother that was here, and I had to come to Manila to help out, sort the corpse, send it back home and all that. So around that time, it was quite a very, very busy period for me, and I posted on my story or so, and he saw that, oh, I was in Manila, and he messaged me, oh, so you're in town, and he didn't even say hi. We had a connection, was saying all that to me. And of course I didn't want to be rude because I gradually just dropped him off. So I was like, oh, I've been busy and this is why I'm not here to like hang out or anything like that. So he offered that we should see, so I told him, okay, I'll try and make that possible, but right now is a very busy time for me. I'm also mourning and all that. And he said, okay, that is no issue. So I think we're supposed to see a couple of times within that week, within the 2 weeks that I was in Manila, but we couldn't see because I was really, really busy. I kept on canceling and canceling. A day before I was to leave Manila, I reached out to him and said, oh, we could see later in the day, but it would have to be late night, probably by 8 p.m., 7, 8 p.m., and I'll probably spend time with you out till like 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. thereabout. This is where everything goes juicy. Now somehow I couldn't make it at 8. I had to see him at 9. Now I told him, oh, come pick me up, because I do know that he owns a ride. So I was like, come pick me up, I'll send you my location and all. And then he said, no, you take Grab and come and meet me. And I let him know that it was already past curfew. At that time in Manila, once it was curfew time, they no longer what's the word? You no longer find Grab and all. So I let him understand that, and I was like, no, you know how your city works. Come pick me up, and all that. And he said, okay, I'm gonna come get you. Now, halfway into it, he says, can you meet me halfway? I don't have gas. Girl, this was at the point where I should have said, I'm done with this date. Like, I don't want to go. It's not like I even wanted to see him in the first place. So, but I was like, anything could happen. It could be that his gas finished, that there's no nearby station. I kept giving excuses for him. Finally, he made it, and picked me up. After so much argument, after me trying to book several Grabs to go meet him, I was already frustrated that night. So he took me to a bar, and this bar had, people that I knew, about 2 guys with their Filipino women. They were having a good time, and when one is based in Cebu, one is based here in Manila. So when they saw me, they were like, oh girl, how are you? They're like, oh, drinks on me, like you could drink, take anything you want, I would pay. I was like, oh no, don't worry, I'm with somebody. I expected him to actually say, oh no, we're good, thank you. He knows them as well, like I think they're friends. And he didn't do that. Instead, he made me join the table. Guy, I'm on a freaking date with you. I came to see you, not these people. He made me stay on the same table with these guys and ended up not paying for the date. And I was cool with that. And then at the time that we got there, that particular bar was about closing up. So he suggested that we go to another bar to go chill. So we went to this other bar and we saw people that I also knew, and they offered to also pay the bills. I think he only paid for water or something that he drank. I think it was water that he paid for, but everything I ate in the second bar and the first bar was paid by my friends. I do deserve that I stay on my own, like have my own space, talk to him, have a conversation with him. But dude kept taking me to other people's table, and I just didn't get it. I'm like, can we go to our own separate table and just have a talk as 2 people that came on a date, and let people who came to live their life live their freaking life? I just didn't want to tell him this because I feel like from conversations we've had, he's mature enough to know what is right and what is wrong. So we finally left, and way home, he was supposed to drop me off. He said he's not gonna drop me off, that I would take a cab. I was like, why would I take a cab? Like, why can't you drop me off? He said because he doesn't have gas, except I will be the one to buy gas for his car. Hey, I was like, what is happening here, please? So I said, okay, of course, because I wanted to get home, I ended up buying him gas for his car. But you know what? He didn't take me home. That's the shocking thing. This dude didn't take me home. And he paid for the gas for his car, which wasn't a lot of money to me. I was like, okay, the gas will take me home, and me, I will go home more. But not knowing that I was about to be played. So he, said that he can't go all the way to where I stayed, that the place was far, that he'll get me a Grab or a taxi, a regular taxi, by the way. I said, wow, this dude really, really, really have balls. Like, he does have a lot of balls to tell me this. He ended up taking me to where he felt I would be able to easily get Grab. And on the way, he was like, do you really want to go home? He was like, do you really want to go home? Are you sure you don't want to sleep over? We could go lodge in a hotel, in a motel rather, because he wasn't offering for a hotel. And I was like, me, motel, qua, here. I said no, that I'm not interested. I just want to go home. He kept on pressuring me, why I should stay back. Mind you, I was still my brother. It wasn't even up to 3 weeks since my brother died. This guy was mounting pressure on me when I get in between my legs, and I'm like, what kind of dude are you? Like in my mind, I'm like, is this guy joking? Like, is he joking? So this is what I did. I tried told him that nah, we can't, like, no, let's forget about this. I was paying my friend and him had a deal or something, and then my friend gave me money that I should help her pay it in when I'm going to the airport, my way to the airport, to him and all. And I was like, okay, let me see how this boy is going to chop this money that he did not want to spend. Let me see if I'm going to give it to him. But of course, I won't be that wicked, because she let me know that the money was their business money. They had a business together, they were doing together. So I was like, okay, I won't be, anything I want to do now would also affect my friend. So I actually reconsidered the whole thing, and I ended up, what's the word, sending the money to him, because I wasn't trying to be rude. I would not say anything. Speak your mind. If a guy treats you like trash, let him know that he's done nonsense. Like, be open to him about it. So at this point, I stopped talking to him. I was like, nah, I can't. Like, no, it's not me. It's not me that this thing just happened to. Oh, we stopped talking. He will text me, I won't reply. And that's how we stopped talking. And only for somebody to, like, I met someone, I think a couple of weeks later, the person was also explaining to me her experience with him as well. Of course, I didn't let her know that, oh, like, I knew him and stuff like that. So I was like, so this is who this dude is. Like, this is legit his life, Let me quickly change and end this video. Once you see these red flags, just jackpot for your life, because boys like this are wicked. Thank you so much for watching this video. I actually love my look. I love my makeup. Pretty simple, pretty subtle. I'm about to film a YouTube video now. I like how I look. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and let me know if you enjoyed the story time and if you want more story time, and of course I'll bring it on. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.